Call this meeting to order, it's 10 a.m.
Here.
Mr. Cater. Here. Mr. Gallagher.
There.
Forms present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, be with us today. We do the county's business to the best of our ability. Keep us all safe. Please keep John's family in your special prayers, and also Eric Dugan's family in your prayers. Dear Lord, be with us as we go throughout the day. I ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
John Gross lost his grandmother Saturday. And the visitation is this evening and funeral tomorrow morning at Bowyer's here in Farmington. And also Cheryl Pinkston, I think I have that name correct, is Eric Dugal's sister. So they've lost her too, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, consent agenda is approval of last week's minutes, certificate of training for Mr. Sheriff back there, monthly report, public administrator, appointment orders, Albert Mingy, Derek Bainbridge, Eric Ershine, and Shane Porter, and then a purchase of a new copier from the state contract for the juvenile office. Motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We've had a RFQ opening for the building addition for Road and Bridge. Do you have those, Roy?
We have one, maybe two.
One, maybe two, okay. I
It
think
came
the-
in unmarked, so
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna
better
open
pick
it
the
here.
bid
It
this
could
morning.
be
Yeah.
Linda's
What-
website for something, but
What he's talking about, I got a letter from a construction company this morning addressed to me, but before I opened it, I passed along as a possible sealed bid. No? Okay, all right. So we have the one sealed bid.
one seal bid.
Okay. We will, what, do we know enough about it to act on it or what?
Well, I mean, you can wait. or-
Let's,
Yes.
Go ahead, yes. With just receiving one bid for this project, I think it would be wise if maybe we table our decision until next week, until myself and John Gross would have opportunity to review this with the commission. Now, our only bid was from Brock Miller Construction, and I would like to proceed with them, but I don't think it would be wise to act on it today until we have a chance to review it.
John's family situation.
That too, and, but with only one bid, I think this is the bid we're gonna go with.
Okay.
But until we award this, I think maybe we ought to table this till next week.
Okay.
At, commission's desire.
Okay. Any time limitations on this, or we push for time, or?
Well, this has been a very long ongoing process for many months, and I don't think one more week is gonna set us back that much. I'd like to act upon this, definitely at next
Okay.
week's meeting, so if that needs to be put on the agenda.
We'll table the approval of it for next week.
With the intent that we will proceed with Brock Miller, but, I just think we need to review it.
Okay.
Just opening it right now and making a
Over the
decision is a little
details, yeah.
premature.
Good point. Okay, motion to table? No, we don't need a motion of that, do we? Yep, okay, what was that?
But I would like for it to be on the
No,
agenda.
we got it on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be on the agenda for next
Okay.
Tuesday,
Okay.
Monday's meeting.
Monday's meeting,
Next
yeah.
Monday's meeting. Yes, okay.
And I won't be here next Monday.
Ooh,
Have
we'll be
a-
in trouble then, won't
Yeah,
we, Terry?
I will.
things will go well then,
That's
okay.
right.
Okay. All right, let's go through that.
Somebody's bringing cake. Somebody's bringing cake up.
Okay.
And Mark, I didn't have a chance to fix my hair, so. Pick my page. Okay.
Clay,
Yes.
I spent 45 minutes this morning combing my hair. And then I ran off and left it at home.
I took my hat
That
off.
was supposed to be fun. Okay. Okay, approval of This meeting's going downhill fast. Okay, approval to hire Goldberg Group Architects for jail projects. There's 2 projects there. One of them is to replace the roof on the jail, and the other is for additional space for detainee separation for social distancing. And these 2 projects may blend together depending on the design. We may build all one roof, so leaving that open. Jamie, is he not here?
No.
Okay.
Sheriff, I think, can you make a request and that's it?
Yes. And I also would like to say, I was gonna tell a joke this morning, make everybody's hair fall out, but I see most of you have heard it.
So, bring us back to, I make a motion that we, on that good recommendation, that we approve to hire Goldberg Group Architects for the jail projects.
Thank you.
We've talked, okay, second.
Sheriff.
Okay, comments. We have talked to Larry Goldberg several times, and he designed our last jail edition. He's a jail specialist, if that's the title you want to use for that. And that's his realm of expertise. So I have a motion and a second. Any other group comment? Yes.
Was this done through a request for qualifications, or how was this selected?
Sometime back, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, on the other projects too.
I didn't remember ever getting copies of those RFQs, so we
Yeah,
have to
we'll
check our
have to do
files.
that. Okay. Okay, any other questions or comments? Rich?
Did you say that there was an RFQ submitted for this firm?
In the past, yeah, Larry's done other design work for us.
So there was no intent to bid the job out? Or was it bid?
For the architect.
Yeah.
Well, it might be sole source provider, because he's,
When were the
Well, what
RFQs
happened-
solicited?
We have not, I just want to, we have not requested for this part, but what we did is had him requested, he designed it, and then we had to cut the size down on his original design, and now you went to him to take back part of
Yeah.
the design, but there hasn't been a specific, that I'm aware of.
Yeah, for our records,
RFQ.
we've never solicited RFQs for an architect for the jail.
Okay.
well,
But
this.
off the top of my head, I don't ever remember getting
Okay.
anything. I know we did the jail project with the COVID funds, but
Yeah,
that was
we
all
did
through
that,
Brown.
that's what I'm saying, that's when he designed it, we had to cut down the size because of the time, but are we going back to the original design, that's my question.
Not the
But that was
original.
done through an emergency clause because of COVID. I don't think RFQs were actually ever solicited for this project.
Well, again, to talk about what Kevin talked about, the first jail design that Larry came up with was what we have done, plus this other separation area. And so we took off a big part of it because we just didn't have the COVID funds to do all of it at one time. So this, I don't know if you can say it's a continuation of the earlier project or what, but under different funding.
But that was done under the emergency clause, not,
Right.
so I guess, so we're not gonna solicit RFQs for the projects then as well.
We can. Well, let's. do
I'm
it.
just confused, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if this was actually a project.
Then you can
Okay.
change this to
Solicitor.
request, RFQ for the project.
Okay, we can do that. Do we need a motion to change
Yes,
it?
you do.
To change the agenda item?
No, you just need to reverse where we brought up the subject, you just can, make a motion to request for proposals, because once again, the request for proposals is your action, the awarding is an official action.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you all, it's your policy to approve the request to go out and get the proposals, so you can do that whenever you want. After awarding the projects, then you have to officially do that by, on the agenda.
So just moving this action back to after we get the
Well,
qualification.
that's what I would take a motion to, approve him to do RFQs for the project and act on that now, and then you will have.
Not on anyone else.
Right, well, you can get anyone at that point.
Okay. To have a motion to
Do I
go
have
for
to rescind my
RFQ.
other one though?
Have you already made the motion?
I made the
Yes, you need to withdraw that motion.
I rescind my other motion. for the hiring of architect for jail projects and make a motion that we go out for RFQs for the jail projects.
Second?
I'll second that.
And now, any comments or questions? Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, so take care, please, of getting that RFQ going.
Okay, and then, once you have the RFQ, when they bring it, you can take action quickly, but you just
Yeah.
need to make sure that you've opened it up.
Sure, we will. Okay, and you'll set up the dates on that, quicker the better on those. Okay, thank you. Okay, we are changing the operating structure of the morgue in the coroner's office. The coroner will now be in charge of the morgue. Previously, he ran his own office, and then we had a morgue director taking care of that part of it. Now Dana now will be the morgue technician, and Betty will be moving into that office to help them. The idea is to get total daytime or workday coverage of the morgue, have someone there to admit the ambulance crews and take care of any business, and also to help the coroner with his paperwork. So, and take phone calls. So we're moving Betty from her office in the front of the building to the back of the building, back in the morgue area. We'll put signs up in the front to tell people where she can be reached. And her phone system will be moved back there, her regular duties will be moved back there. And we're doing some modification of the building now to allow a little bit better access. And the coroner will be moving, we have an office back there for him, but we're gonna move him to the office complex and back by the morgue. So these are effective basically this past weekend, but because of construction, the actual moves will be times when we can do that. So effectively now, Jason is in charge of the morgue. Any questions? Okay. Possible need for closed bid on wage study. HR, you want to talk about this?
Yes. Cory Schrum, HR. Prior to me being in HR, the county has what we use a matrix, and as you know, there's been a lot of inconsistencies, a lot of questions. Things have changed with the COLAs that we give every year, and there's been some compaction with employees as far as how long they've been here and where they fall within that matrix. So I'm recommending that we do a payroll study with CBIZ. They specialize in county government. They've done it locally for some of the surrounding counties, and they're going to line
For the
everything.
state?
Yes, and line everything out for us, give us some recommendations. Make sure that we're competitive, not too high, not too low, as far as wages and where our employees at now.
Okay.
And you did check the market to see if there was anybody else that specialized in this area?
I did. There are several that they, like I said, they're based out of St. Louis. They can do it within our time frame, and they do specialize really within county government. I've seen their work that they've done for another county, so we know the product.
You've seen CBIZ's work?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on the sole source provider, how sure are we that they are the only ones?
Well, I'm sure that there probably are other ones out there. It's a large market, but you know, I don't think it's anybody that's going to read our newspaper and look at our website, to be honest.
Okay, any thoughts on how to handle this?
It has to go to bid.
Yeah, I would, but I
It
mean,
has to go to bid.
Well, I do wanna note that the sealed bid limit did go up. The threshold went from 6,000 to 12,000 at the end of August, so do we anticipate it going over $12,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then it needs to be bid.
Okay, okay, let's send out for sealed bid. We'll advertise where we can.
Okay.
So I need a motion to put this on sealed bid. Okay. Motion please to put this on sealed bid.
I'll make the motion, we make, the wage study, sealed bid, send it out for sealed bid.
Second.
I'll second
Now, any questions? Yes?
Is this budgeted? And whose department will it be paid from?
It'll be commission and we'll work it in. Yes, Bob?
Will this cover the wage of all county employees?
It'll study them all.
Pardon?
It'll study them all.
Yes,
Instead of
okay.
what
Okay.
they should, what they think they should be in comparison to the local market and that.
Okay.
Okay, do you have any comments or questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a motion second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Next meeting is a new term, so it will be on Monday. And, agenda items must be on Friday because of that. And because of our, the meeting we had the other day, I can't think of the phrase up now. But they said that I have to say it's an open meeting, and I have to not only have the address, but the name of the building on that. So you see the underlined items there, so I had to add, I changed that. Sunshine law, thank you, good think of it. But so I've updated it to fit the latest criteria. The last meeting I went to, they said you had to have the address, so that's when I put that on, so. 2 or 3 more meetings, I won't have it all in one slide. Other possible business, correspondence. Public comments. Departmental reports. Yes.
I got one. I received an email from a company called Whisper Internet that is joining in with the rural broadband area. They will be putting a new tower in the northern part of St. Francis County, which should help about 2,300 households in the Bonterra area to get high-speed internet.
Just Whisper?
Yes.
I don't know how I'm gonna hear him. Hard of hearing already. Sorry.
All right, Kevin, I
Got it.
You got it? I need him.
Just wanted to get that out. They shot emails to everybody around, so just making that into the public meeting.
Any other departmental reports? Yes, Clay.
I would like to add, and this goes back to what was discussed earlier in the meeting in regards to the RFQ for the project at the St. Francis County Jail. What we received today from Brock Miller was an RFQ, and we are well ahead of the process, I'm assuming, than what the jail is, but what Road and Bridge received today and what we were soliciting was RFQs, and that's what we received, and we only received one. So I just kind of want to make that clear.
Now, are you talking about the architecture now, or the building?
No, the RFQ for the building,
For the design build
for
project.
the design build.
Okay, so does the architect fit into that, or?
No, I think the fact that we just received one bid may streamline our process, but we will be in contact with, the auditor's office and with the commission throughout this week, and we'll make a decision next Monday. Also on the Whisper Internet, I received that email as well. I thought, I've never heard of them. I thought it was a phishing email. I just deleted it. So I didn't look at it.
Yeah,
So,
it's a
anyway.
insure company. They are a kind
Sounded
of like
fake to
a
me.
cell phone
He
tower.
probably don't want to get caught on that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it goes for mobile homes and stuff. They'll receive like a satellite internet.
But I just want to make that clear on our RFQ, where we were in the state of this process.
And I can check our files, I'm almost positive we didn't have a contract or an RFQ for anything back in the first jail project, because it was all done through emergency because we had the CARES Act funding. But with this being done under a different set of grant funding, we're gonna have to cross our T's and dot our I's.
Rich?
Please help me clear up a misconception I may have in my mind. In my opinion, an RFQ is a request for qualifications for a certain bidder. And once they're qualified, you can go out for bid for the particular piece of work to be done.
Right.
Now, is that what's happened here, Clay? Is this
Yes.
RFQ for Brock Miller's qualifications to do
It's
this work?
basically, this RFQ is a very detailed resume of their companies.
Okay.
RFQs have to be solicited for professional services, and it can include price.
Okay.
You're paid
Abilities.
based on qualifications alone.
Okay.
Abilities, work history,
Sure.
projects completed,
Okay.
and references from those that work for them.
And it's grant mandated, we have no choice on it.
Thank you.
Yes.
2 brief things. One, you guys paved the road out at, is it Corver or?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen Road that comes into Copenhagen. It looks great. I know that's been long overdue.
It's
It really
been
looks good.
we put that road off for the last couple of years, and we told the residents out there, be patient, be patient. We had some base work that we needed to complete before we could overlay it, but it was finished.
Yeah, I saw the base work. We were right about something all the time. I told my wife last week, I think they're getting ready to pave this. I hope.
But today, it's wide and smooth like
It's very, very good. We worked on it the other day. It was very good.
We've had a lot of compliments on
And I got one more home call. The biggest issue now is they keep going on too far.
Oh, yeah, well,
Well, that's where the other work comes in. The second thing is voters are just pouring in. We've had 3 so far. So,
You haven't had to have the spatial.
no.
Okay. We
Right
did
now-
finally
right now
get,
it's 2-1.
we did finally get the new, air conditioning unit into place last week, finally. So that's done. So pictures credit to, Mr. Buckley here.
And the air conditioners will be shut off in approximately 1 week. It's perfect time.
Some of our suppliers are really having a problem keeping up with the price inflation. And I've got some notes there, and Louis reported months ago that the travel now probably wasn't enough. So we're having that problem across the board. And I think next year we're gonna have some really high costs based on this. I think everybody's doing that. Right now in UK, United Kingdom, they're raising gasoline. That will come here, that's gonna happen. All kinds of reasons for it, but most of them from the federal government. Just bringing that up.
Harold, does that mean we'll, time to do a budget, right? And this will impact the budget for next year, right?
Yep. But what percentage do we go to? Yeah.
You don't know that.
We don't have a clue. Right now, I'm hearing 12%,
I see it.
but anyway. And Ameren's thinking 12%, they're already raising their price.
You know, barrel of crude is up to almost $80 right now. as of
76 this morning, it was about 35 this time a year ago. Yeah, it was 76 this morning. Yep, good point. Okay, need a vote, motion and a vote to go into closed session.
make a motion, we go into closed session pursuant to RSMO 610-0211, after this meeting.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. We'll have just a few minutes recess while the room clears.